Got Terry here with
GIA Peppers for Music Exclusives TV.
and we got the original bad girls of R&B.
Original.
No, wait, before we get into it, it better not be some drama. Where is
Where's Keisha?
Yes.
She right here.
Yeah, you don't see her?
You don't see her?
I see her. She's right there.
As a matter of fact, you sitting on her. Get up.
I mean, look, I mean, you guys did a great show, and I'm blown away by everything you've done. Let's go back to the beginning.
No, but you asked the question. We just want to clear it up. You just said where Keisha at. Talk. I'm about to kiss the mic. No, I'm sorry. I'm playing. But nah, y'all asked where Keisha at to the fans. Listen, Keisha got obligations. She's got other obligations that she was taking care of, and plus she has a family. So you gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta be considerate of that. And it's just like at the same time, Kima is a mom too. So it's just like I'm not a mom yet. So it's just like you have to be understanding. And I say Keisha is here because she is here. We sisters off the stage before we ever got on that stage.
Exactly.
So it's just like my whole thing is that when you see us, we represent her. And when you see Keisha, she represents us.
Wow.
So it'll always be that. So to the fans, we ain't broke up. We ain't never gonna let go of each other because it was total first here before you seen us out there.
Exactly.
For real.
And until Keisha is ready to come back, it'll be just us two because that spot will never be replaced.
What do you think it was about the 90s that made R&B in that era so great?
Come on, you
I just think the originality, like a lot of artists, and I'm no disrespect to the artists that are out now or what they're doing or not doing, but I just think we did a lot of marketing, we did a lot of artist development, and we really studied our brand, and we just didn't throw ourselves out there. And I know for us, we were a package before we came to Bad Boy. We were already a group, and we never let nobody take us out of character. We was always Kima, Keisha, and Pam, and even you help enhance that.
And Pam,
Or you fell back because we never let anyone allow to take us out of our characters. We were who we were.
You spoke about artists today. What two artists right now, R&B, do you feel as though could have been competitive and like hold their own in the 90s?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna say that I compete, cause I don't think it's fair to say that I'm gonna compete with somebody, because that's the problem with R&B music and being in the music industry anyway, is that everybody is trying to compete because
their originality.
Thank you. Come on, that's why we
be
told
who you
come
are,
on. Yes.
and just be who you are and just stand true and be real to that. Somebody gonna like you and love you. You may not have 1 million fans, but eventually you'll get there when you stay true. Cause people love realness. They people see through fakeness.
Is there anybody that you guys do like? Any artist?
Everybody.
Okay, so who is the people that you're listening to like now?
Monica.
I'm still like in the 90s, but I do love Rihanna. I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna because Rihanna is raw and she's true to who she is. Right. And I love Rihanna, so big up Rihanna.
Yeah. You guys have the Biggie shirts. Now we gotta pay homage. You've worked with Mace, you've worked with Biggie, you've worked with Missy Elliott. Who was the most inspiring artist or talent that you've worked with in the studio?
You know what? Everybody had their own originality, so it's just like. But of course, I'm wearing this T-shirt tonight, and so big up to Big and hey Big. I know you resting in heaven. Tell Grandma I said what's up.
Did he really not write lyrics down?
For real?
Yeah, he really didn't. No.
Biggie used to look up in the air, sit back, and do what he did, and at that time in life. And if you don't know, he can choke and make you cough a little bit off of it. But but for the most part, he would sit there, put his head back. I got it. And walk in. Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to my
Big, get in between your and
What was it like to be in the studio? Because you guys were Bad Boy from day one, and you guys really were there when people were the things that we study now in history. You guys have been like a part of it. So what would you say? How would you describe that experience?
I would say the experience was great. It definitely was a learning experience, and that's where it goes back to your artist development. Like, we had to go to parties. We had to come to the studio. We had to study the crowd. Puffy would sit there and bring in people videos, and he would be like, you see how they doing this, you see how they doing that. So it was just like a great experience, and it was Tulich that stuck with us to this day. That's why we can still get back on that stage and rock out.
With the wisdom that you gained over the time that you've been away, if you could go back and give yourself advice in, let's say, 95, 96, 94, what would you do different? Is there anything you would do different business-wise?
Handle business.
What do you mean when you say that?
Because we were so young, you know. Just think about it. 15 years old, you coming in, and it's just like Puff groomed us. What is a 15-year-old doing in the club? But he groomed us to see how to work. We used to sit and literally watch Puff work. And so I would say just the business aspect, because I didn't, you know, you so young and you just excited, and so you can't get mad about people that do business when you didn't.
Right.
And I didn't do business then. I didn't know how to.
And then to keep the emotions out of it, because we were so young, we got emotional and we let our feelings get in the way of everything. And at the end of the day, this is a job, and you're not gonna quit your job because you mad at your coworker. You're gonna go to work and do your job. So it's just that. Just keep the emotions out of it. Like Pam said, handle business and just keep your eye on the prize.
Now let's bring it to the new music. What can we expect differently in the sound in comparison to the 90s?
I would say you definitely gonna hear the voices that you fell in love with.
You guys have beautiful voices.
Oh
Thank
wow,
you.
to God be the glory. That's
And
what's up.
I mean, I don't really, as far as the sound, I don't think there's gonna be a difference, because total sound is total sound. It's never been duplicated, replicated, none of that. So you still gonna have that total sound, but we just gonna do what we do.
How much, I know you guys are original, how much influence did the Bad Boy staff, Diddy and everyone, have in your style and your sound?
Well,
Go ahead, Kima.
as far as style and our sound, style wise, I know I worked a lot with the stylists. Like
I was
I
about to
actually
say, if
did
you
our
don't give
shirts
yourself
today and
props,
stuff like
I'ma
that.
show
I am
out.
gonna give myself props. I did work. I love fashion, so not taking anything away from anybody. I did learn a lot from Misa. I learned a lot from Sybil, and we were always allowed to have our input, music and fashion wise.
All right. And the last question is, what's your relationship with Diddy now? Are you guys working with Diddy again, or are y'all independent?
It's all good. We
It's-
love Puffy. We wish him
cool.
nothing but love.
Yeah, it'll always be love. One thing I could say is this, is that if somebody gives you an opportunity for your dream to reach your dream, how could you not talk good about them?
Exactly.
Regardless of
We love you,
what
Puffy.
you go through. My whole thing is that in any relationship you have your ups and your downs, but besides all of that, it's just like you gotta always give somebody props for what it is that they've done for you. Puff, I love you, my dude, and I always will. And I can speak for Kima and
And we
Keisha.
love you.
We love you, my dude.